comics are stupid.
No Harry Potter movie is good.
And you're like, give me the Snyder Cut. Oh, sorry, just walk in front of you here. Gonna put my popcorn down. Oh, sorry, gotta put this here.
Universal needs to sue Sony.
Hey, I'm an idiot. I was fired from Fox. Let me go.
I'd like actually to see Venom just crush Spider-Man.
Hello everyone, so I'm back today and I'm going to be talking about Bad Batch episode 7, and I wanted to talk about, so this spoiler review, yada yada, spoilers in this. I forgot to do this when I first watched it this morning, so I'm doing this now. I don't know when this is actually going to come out, but, it's very likely to come out later, but, we do it here. Don't forget to do the stuff that everyone else tells you to do. It's kind of weird to say it, though, you know what I mean? Like, every time you say it, it's like, people already know to do this, right? So, what's the point of saying it? So, yeah, I'm not going to say it, but you know what to do. It's fun to hear people's opinions, because it's like, you get to hear what people think about the show. So, yeah, do all that now before I lose everyone's attention. Let's talk about Bad Batch, really, because it was such a good episode today, and I feel like I say that every week, because every week I feel like it's such a good episode, right? So I could say it every week. And this week we got to see more of the inhibitor chips, and we of course got to see Rex come back. Rex, being amazing, and everyone kind of figured he was going to be here. I think he was one of the guys who was in the kind of my ideas of who could be the hologram. We now know is Rex. I'm happy because I think I liked seeing Rex. It was good to kind of get that Clone Wars vibe back, and it's fun. Rex worked well, and Rex and Omega really, that is good. I really like that Wrecker and Omega connection too, right? Because I think Omega's just become this super amazing character in Star Wars, and I think Wrecker's kind of like that relationship's also just being fantastic. And I wrote notes on this episode. I'm not looking at them right now because I'm just kind of like not wanting to look at them. I wrote them though, so that's give me credit for that. But yeah, I think it was a good episode. They got kind of sold out at the end by I think it was the Scrapper Guild who were in a bunch of things. I assume I think this is leading to them joining the Resistance, because of course Rex hinted to the Resistance being a thing and how they could help, and I think it's really leading toward that, because that feels kind of right, and I think it would make sense. But then there's this weird Rebels thing if they do end up joining the Resistance, or not Rebels, sorry, Rogue One thing, where if they join the Resistance, it's kind of like, can you then how do you excuse the fact that they didn't show up for any of the major movies unless they die? You would assume, but then again Rex didn't. But then again, right, that's the thing. It's and then if they went over the Rex and to kind of just do that thing, that's the other thing. It's how did Rex go from, I don't know if they might have explained to Rebels. It's been a while since I've watched it, but how did Rex go from, being so involved with the Resistance to being on the droid thing in Rebels? And then, because then he kind of comes back, but then what happens to them? Do they go maybe, I don't know. I feel like there's just so many questions that are unanswered at that point. Because, Rex, I don't know how this timeline thing's working, because it feels like, we're almost, but then again, we're not really almost at Rebels. It's weird. It is really weird. And then how long is the Empire era, isn't it? I thought it was only 15 or so years, or 20 years. So that, I'm going to have to look at that timeline again and kind of, make that understanding work, because I feel like they have to, I don't understand how, I feel like they're going to continue Rex's story into, where he kind of goes. But yeah, I don't know. But it was a good episode. They got their inhibitor chips removed. Now, the one thing which I noted when I was watching the show was they went into this ship, right? But the ship was not functional, and so why was the equipment working? That didn't make sense to me. How do you have functional equipment in a ship that basically is completely destroyed? And then, yeah, that was basically it, though, in terms of the episode. I'm sure there were other things. I just realized for the first time ever since the show started that the person in the show, right? The one who's giving them the missions, Sid is played by, or voiced by Rhea Perlman, who was Carla in Cheers, which kind of because I like Cheers, in case you didn't know that. But yeah, so that was kind of mind-blowing. Now, I don't know what to think about this show, right? Because I feel like they're doing a good job, but where does it go? Like, I don't know what the end goal is. Is it them dying, and then does that hurt the show overall? I don't know. And I think now, when do we get Crosshair again? Because look, I love this, but I feel like the lack of the Crosshair stuff and the lack of, like, you know, everything, like, they kind of just forgot about that part of it, which is also kind of weird to me, because it's like, well, you know, he was kind of important, right? Because they just kind of, like, completely forgot about him, and they haven't mentioned him in, like, 2 episodes. Or they haven't showed him in, like, 2 episodes. Like, what is he doing now? Is he just kind of, you know, hanging out? Like, I thought him pursuing them would kind of be, like, the main storyline, right? And then, but they just kind of did they give up? Like, I'm assuming now he'll kind of come back into play now that the Empire knows where they are. But it just, I don't know, I found it weird that he was basically not anywhere to be seen. I don't think he's been seen since, like, the 2nd episode. But yeah, that's really all my thoughts on the episode. But of course, I know everyone has their own thoughts on the episode. And what did you guys think of it? And where do you compare this to in terms of the rest of the show? And in terms of really the rest of Star Wars, even Disney Plus Star Wars, normal Star Wars, let me know what you think down below about everything that's happened so far in terms of the show, in terms of Rex coming back, which is nuts. Yeah, and I really want to hear your thoughts, and so do all that stuff, follow on social media and all that stuff. It's just a good time, you know? Thank you all for watching. Bye.